the Riders, but let's see if they can change that tune going into map number 3. Hades into some dual Berettas. Spinks with a flash in his hands, and away we go. Grenade on the door initially, but here it comes.
Snappi's going to have a lot to contend with here on ramp. He fires off some warning shots, but is being run down.
On his tail.
Hot on pursuit. And Snappi does get gooshed down to 6 HP. 1x bet favor to ENCE, and perhaps this pistol will convince us further. Madden, lots of targets. Holds his own.
Snappi!
It's Snappi with 2. Hades comes around the corner, and now all onto Mopos. They are low. If he could just find Hades. Madden's closed the gap in vents. But Snappi pulls that out. They were running him down. This is Hades' duel to lose. So much damage. Oh, now I've out. It's okay. Madden had such low HP. If he'd have just taken a slash.
Okay. Snappi as well with 2 in that situation. He had his bodyguards come and back him up. Dihar stalled them out initially, and then it looks like it's Madden. It looks like Madden's getting both those kills, but it's Snappi in the kill feed, and here it is. Yeah, just with the cusp of his head over the lip. Mopos made a meal of that one. Could have given him a real opportunity, and then straight into the jaws of Madden for the final.
I mean, he's not to know. He's not to know, but God, that left click could have been something.
We've seen this before. Hades likes to get out this AUG to patrol the yard, right? Not a scout, an AUG. And then you've got an M4 in the hands of Dihar and a push up from Madden here with an MP9 in hand. He's going to tuck on in, play the close angle, and a lot of Glocks to farm up here. So ENCE could make a bit of money off this one.
You heard Snappi in the interview as well. He talked to Heku briefly. That's lovely. 2 will do on the MP9. Spinks to fill the gap. Davig did manage to do something with that Glock, but they're running into Snappi's SMG, and he's been working magic with this MP9 on Vertigo. He continues to continue the trend over here on our 3rd map. Yeah, the AUG out, didn't get to see too much action, but it will still be very relevant into our next gun.
Now, this is one of the keys here for the Riders. We know that Mopos loves to get down the vents, to get into the back lines there and make things extremely awkward, but we're straight into 5 AK-47s going up against 2 MP9s, 2 M4s, and the AUG. Lots of utility. We know once we get onto that T-half, Dihar can be a bit of a menace towards the yard position. Early smoke going to land front squeak door. Mopos with the HE to blow that one off. And an immediate denial of any positioning for SunPayus at ramp. This is aggressive from Dihar with Hades overlooking business with that AUG scope from range. Just chipping away through the smoke to lure them into Dihar's position. He's going to tuck up nice and tight under the silo here. Not the traditional position. He's not on the little barrel in the background. He's actually leering forward here, Dihar. This is an awkward angle he's adopted with the flash, the peek, the info. It's good. That is an opener for Dihar early into the piece.
That leaves you feeling frustrated if you're Alex. He was barely leaving spawn, and a white screen and a quick frag out of Dihar.
It's just crazy how quick the last map went. And if they start in a massive hole here on the T side and they couldn't get going on the T side of the last one, it's going to be very, very rough to battle back in. But that's a good response there from Deaths. Had a great Mirage. Probably one of the better Deaths performances we've seen throughout the Pro League.
And no better time to turn it on than the quarters. You're in the playoffs now. It's 1-1.
Dihar.
Nearly gets caught, still stands to keep it level. Manages to get his crosshair onto Deaths.
Fake utility really drew him in there. Was not expecting the crawl yard at all, and coming through main. 30 seconds left. Down the vent, Madden goes. It's going to be on Spinks here towards the top site.
Takes a look and takes a frag. Takes 2 for the price of 1. He does go down, but SunPayus booked with his knife out. And there you have a very convincing start for ENCE. That was the AKs tested. The way they manufactured that opening kill just eventually spirals.
I was thinking, yeah, it's a bit awkward for Dihar. This isn't a position behind the box that you're going to stand and wait, because you'd be hoping for a silo drop-off before a ramp progress. The fact Dihar gets another kill here, we're just praising Deaths for the trade on back, but they're making a meal of it, and Spinks with a double up as well. Multi-kills, really forcing Riders down into the dumps here. Tech9's 4, P251. Smoke wall deployed, and away we go. Round number 4, and Alex, he's hoping to get a bit more space this time round and looking to do exactly that.
He is going to have very quick answers now. He's gone down secret. If Alex...
Oh, he's not. He didn't think he'd be past the molly.
Didn't think he'd be there. Alex has already got himself a huge leg up into this round. They didn't invest, but if they could just find one more, Snappi has Hades in support.
Bomb
there, and a missed shot out of the Hades orb. It's fine. Spinks has been summoned and should be good for it. Lost in the smoke for a second, and Alex continues to make this competitive. What is going on?
This one's on. Moppos is on 1 HP, so he needs to be extremely careful here.
Imagine cratering on the way down. Okay, what can he do with this?
Heaven wouldn't be a bad play, right? Because the AWP is towards lower. Madden is coming in on a bit of a timing here. Ooh. Alex is in the blind spot right now.
Alex
prepared.
Gotta have this. Gotta have this. Madden better. On the sweep.
Yeah, you just see the goosh there, the no-head armor.
Didn't have a chance. Screen just jumping, and the Moppos 1 HP clutch would be something spectacular.
He's on hot pursuit here.
He's just looked away. Oh my god. Should have this with the pistol, and does.
Headshot for style points, I suppose. Trying to throw that M4 back, and Madden couldn't get there in time to pick it up. So they will have to reinvest right there. Madden can hold on to this MP9 if he would like. But now SunPayus can get out his AWP on the other side of things. And you can see here that Molotov, it lands top secret. I think the scale of the progression that Alex had gone for was quicker than Dihar was ready for. And that was a way that made this round interesting. So a good chance for Riders now.
Yeah, that was promising. That's signs of life. You can see ENCE love and life in the fan cam section, as well as in the server.
Lots of mollies here, the extinguish, and Spinks jumping over the top is going to get himself tucked on in close towards the squeaky door, but Moppos has found Dihar through the smoke, so an opener manufactured through bullets alone. And now all 5 pivoting back towards Yard here, so first smoke to progress to the red box. At least they're going to get this room. I suppose they could throw the remainder on the fly here.
They're all congregated. If they were to boost, Hades has them. He can jiggle out on the cross back. Second wall of smokes is dropped. Does catch a glimpse of one. The only info is one. But they still transition quite aggressively down silently. Spinks will hear all of this. He knows the final commitment, the vent rotate. On lock, he actually catches it, bounces off his head, and they don't even know. SunPayus did not hear that. And now Movistar Riders just completely dilapidated. There's nothing left of them. An odd turn of events puts us in a 2v3 with 30 seconds. Alex to try and be the hero. Snappi pulls his crosshair away. It's one. Moppos to come up clutch, and Hades is having none of that. Chad Birchall's got the weather.
Spinks' position caught them completely off guard because Deaths, instead of watching the vent, was helping the team entry into the lower side. The Molotov was meant to corral the vent rotation, but because Spinks didn't show himself, right, they had no idea that he could be there so quick. That's the difference maker, because Spinks immediately kills SunPayus, who's posted up towards ramp. That enables the push on down from the CTs, and the trades just fall in their favor. It just comes down to that little detail.
Wow.
And it is odd there that the Bottle of Flame released from the hands of Death doesn't actually catch either the sound cue, potentially those comms going on, or it doesn't get any visuals on Spinks because he stepped out into that. It must have just been off with the timing, but that's a 5-0 start right now.
This Movi T-side lockout you were prophesizing, or at least suggesting, does seem very real now. Admittedly though, ENCE with the pistol and its conversion, they have taken them back down into a half buy. SunPayus very loudly makes it just as the smokes do fade, perhaps trying to bait for Moppos, but Madden's going to be far too wise for their silly reindeer games.
They still have a molly and a flash here to get in towards this lower side, but that's the best. No smoke. So they need to hope they can find a kill. And look at Snappi's position. He's tucked on into towards the windows. A very passive line.
Oh, very.
Yeah, like this one is filthy.
I do not envy Alex as he clears through. Gives them nothing. We'll have to eventually. Oh, great catch. Davigi punishes Snappi, lingering and overthinking, and now with this half buy, they have the sight Chad. SunPayus has found Madden in the vents. This is it. That's the frag. He's just shy of the hip. Need Deaths to finish this. He has to find this frag, and has. Rifle falls into his hands, and they still have the man advantage.
I'll be a save, and it is. They're just going to back on off. It's crazy how that one fell apart. I'm not quite sure how that one fell apart so quickly there. They came through the single door before the utility was thrown towards ramp. The window was broken. Snappi was still glued towards that position, but Davidji's already come out behind them. So the odd scaling of Riders has actually profited in this one, and they're going to walk away with their first rounds here.
Oh, there's a confidence boost. You can build on that. You can build off that. If you can just demonstrate to yourselves, you can do it with the rifles now. Show that ENCE can bleed, show that ENCE can look silly. Look at this door opening. So Davidji hits it very quickly. As the glass is breaking, he just sees a big bottom sticking out, and it could have got worse. If he slipped through, Alex unprepared and lost map control. Didn't end up that way.
Yeah, I can understand why Snappi's not turning away, because you know that there's a player there about to throw out some utility, but regardless, they can buy back in. ENCE, if they lose another consecutive round, Riders will have them right where they want them.
What's the call? You can see intent from their positioning.
It's the same opening, right? They molly top hut and they throw out the smoke to land front squeaky. That's always going to put the question mark of event rotation, event drop, event pop. He's aggressive now. Initiative being taken here.
Yeah, he wants to punish this lobby presence, and he didn't choose to engage. They may have not have spotted him either.
He saw a bit though, didn't he? And with some sound cues, they've done this a lot. So the Riders aren't going quick towards yard. They're waiting, walking into the AWP. Mopos goes down. That is an opener that they've given away here.
Oh, you've lost Mopos, and now you've lost lobby. ENCE's CT side, one to fear. A second Molotov invested into Diha's secret stairs. And the whole squad are on their way.
Smoke's going to be fading any second here. They're going to be in the open.
Yep.
Oh, no one's looking. It is Madden towards CT spawn. And if they want to crawl around his position, this box is difficult to check.
Pack rolly mentality here.
They kind of have to with lobby dead. And Madden's actually backing up. Look at this.
Oh, what an angle. You're going to be very frustrated to go down to that one. Now another duel, this time too much to ask, but you've only got yourselves hell. Bit of warehouse control. Lobby a question mark. Look at the CT's positions. They're everywhere. It's going to be a real maze you have to traverse if you want to get to a site safely. Lobby cleared again. Diha has ramp. Flashing to the top site's not a bad answer. It's Hades that's probably not going to be too punished by that. Spotted, missed, and slapped. Big one from Davidji on the descent. In the hut. Snappi good for it. And now to try and contest that plant. Oh, SunPayus close, but no cigar. 6 now for ENCE.
They made something out of that, right? After they lose that lobby fight early and then Madden gets one back, you think they're going to have a harder go of things right there, but they do make a round out of it, Riders. Unfortunately, not getting the bomb down, but there's enough money to buy off the back of their earlier success with just the pistols. Now, yeah, Madden getting one there. The flash into top was great, and it kind of turns into ENCE the ones who are having to fight their way on in. Diha gets himself into an MP9. He has the worst weapon in the round. Hard smoke's lined up again here. Alex is forward, and so is Diha. This could be the initial exchange up and over the box. Diha hasn't spotted him, and Alex should have him dead to rights.
It's a big opener. The equalizer. Rashly expecting Snappi. He's got the whole squad coming to his area of the map. Gets info, sticks around, tries to pluck ahead, and that's been punished. Davidji, a sharp shooter.
I know that Hades was lower with the AWP, but he's still focusing on secret. That's where Alex showed himself moments ago. And they're actually backpedaling. They're not continuing towards the lower site. Up through towards the lobby. Sphinx is in the heavens. Well, no, in hell, actually. It might be feeling that way soon if they just walk in towards A. Doors are being opened and closed, so audible's available here. And if Madden comes up the vent and the door is blown off, he will be dead.
Oh no, this can go wrong. This really can go wrong. Up the vents with his back turned. SunPayus is next. Deaths does get Sphinx. And that can be the round. Deaths has found both crucial frags there.
Yeah, that really could have got wrong, couldn't it? Coming out the squeaky door.
So many ways.
You could see why Madden was waiting in the vent, because he was waiting for that smoke to come out from Sphinx. If that was moments earlier, they would have been locked on out, and they might have had to have headed back towards the ramp position, but that has now broken ENCE. Something that the Movistar Riders were not able to do. Just juggling some nades. You know, he doesn't need them. The second one, lucky if your death's there, right? You can't get an easier kill, so beautiful stuff from him. But this is, yeah, as I'm saying, this was what the Riders were not able to do on Vertigo. They weren't able to break through and force ENCE's money to go down like this. They would keep losing rounds like you had just seen. So this is a massive leg up. Shotgun in heart.
The next step is getting through the scary force buys with unpredictable CT aggression.
Yeah, you'd hate to convert that round and then lose to this, wouldn't you? This should almost be the third confirmed, and if they pick up this round, almost the fourth, because it will have to be an ENCE eco, a virtue of the loss bonus. And you know you're going to be mollied back here, Diha. It's happened a couple of times, and he's happy to sit and wait. So corralling Diha, he can't do a whole lot. Hey,
good molly.
Tickled.
Yeah, and they know he has to be wide now for the clear. Oh, daviG, he just goes down. Didn't expect it. Hades, 2 on the dig. Real problems. Real problems for this T side. He's got the bomb carrier loose. He's got his back turned, and Alex is his next victim. Damage done. 2v4. Mopoz, he's made of stern stuff. Hasn't been able to manufacture the chaos he usually thrives within. And now D has just got the info, he's got the damage, and he's got the crosshair in the right place. Spinks has been spotted out in hut.
This can still go wrong.
Yeah, very much. Now Heaven's a problem, a big problem. Mopo's nice angle, could be able to just tap that head. The Deagle's too much, and he's been overrun. Look at that, disaster strikes, and 4 players still alive for ENCE.
Oh yeah, they should take their time and go and collect some of these guns. Jay, the gun watcher, he enjoys a gun or two, sees that one has been lost down the slink of Silo, but just trying to grab back what they can for Madden. Where did you kill him, Hades? We need these guns back, my friend. Well, that was the first, and this was the second. Beautiful stuff there, even a little bit more damage done. This was the Silo kill with that gun dropping on down, and you can see exactly why Madden was having a rough go of things, but they're able to get 4 AK-47s to carry on through. So just as we think the Riders are broken through, they're the ones who get broken back. An uppercut
it feels
forced
like
them into a timeout.
Yeah, their back is broken. Oh, just as you start, bucking the trend of Vertigo. Just as it's like, okay, we've actually humbled them. We've humbled them. We've got 2 rounds on a silver platter. Hades happens. 2 on the dig.
I'm trying to do some quick maths here. I think in the last 27 rounds of play, Movistar Riders have won 4. If I've done my maths correctly.
Let's just operate under the assumption that you have.
Yeah, let me know if I'm wrong.
People will.
Yeah, I tried to do some quick maths here, but not known for the numbers. As Riders take the timeout, they buy in, and they're still aware of this brittle sake of the economy. So again, they're able to buy, but this time it's just one bigger mission. It's Mopoz into that MAC-10. The rest with the AK-47s, plenty of utility to splash into whatever type of formation they'll be looking for him. They're setting up for a top pop. I think SunPayus is going to molly towards the back of the site, and they're going to try and explode into Madden and Spinks' domain.
All right. Madden's going to have to reload shortly. 14 bullets left on that, even less now as they leap through down the vent. Mopoz has gone for it and gotten down successfully. No, back to the turn. Good trade. daviG's in. Dihak should be able to cage them, but Flash and Molotov'd off. They can descend, and Mopoz is cleaning up. He got 2 on their vent hold. Finally falls. Hades confirmed to be on the low side of the map.
At the window break.
Knows Alex can be close. Molotov pushes him forward, leads this duel. Alex stands vigilant. And now the bomb is down, but Diha is too. He's coming single. And he's ready to mingle. 2 above. Door opened. And thinking better of it, SunPayus even has his exit. Lovely. Could not ask for more for Movi.
Yikes. Well, they're going to be back down to what might be another ENCE 4 spite here. This would be a good time for ENCE to take a timeout, just to have the discussion. And I'm not quite sure why they've both rotated down vent. I suppose they're unaware that Mopoz has taken this space. This would be the only reason you'd rotate 2 players vent like that. They must not know that he made it down. I thought that there was enough tells there that that was possible. It wasn't immediately out the gates, but by getting so much space, he cuts off the rotation, and there he is, Smooya, the man himself. Co-streaming this one, and you know how you can join on iem.gg/fancam, but back underway we go. Spinks is burnt on down to 50. 2 M4s in play here. They've done it once. Can they do it again here, ENCE? Can they hold the wolf at the door?
Oh, it looks like they may. daviG silenced, just a well-placed crosshair through the smokes. Diha is a demon on yard, and he's going to make it clear. Oh my god, it could have been 3. 2.5 though from the pole, and here's number 2. Back is turned. Alex is just taking some serious assumptions, and this falls flat.
Yeah, they put both of the rifles in yard, and you can see exactly why here. There's been so many smoke walls from Riders, right? It's been a consistent theme. The round that worked for them was a top pop with misdirection, heading towards Snappi's domain of ramp, but now it's down to SunPayus and Mopoz to make this one a meal.
Just not expecting them both.
The position of Mopos is tidy, right? If somebody wants to rotate back up ramp or from hell in towards ramp, Mopos could punish them, but the fact it's only 2 of them, they don't have a lot of pieces to pull them around. Hades starting to sniff him out now. Up the ladder silently. If SunPayus opens the door, it could turn the backs and allow Mopos to come on down. We're running out of time.
Oh, missed opportunity. Molly will force the fight, though.
Here comes Mopos.
Snappi should burn. Doesn't burn. No spread, no punish. Robbed of that one. And Snappi gets the frag as well. Immortal Snappi and 1 HP for Mopos. Quite the contrary for him as he gets run down. 8 secure and a 1 defense. Nice upgrade for Snappi, but it does feel like nothing is going right for the Riders.
Yeah, it's likely they go again, right? They can afford Mopos one more time, can get himself into something a little bit lighter and try and find that space. But this is the thing. The consecutive rounds are essential. We have ping pong. We have had a rally of back and forth rounds here since round number 5. It has just gone back and forth up until this point to get us to an 8-3 scoreline. And if it continues like this, it could actually be a pretty respectable half for the Riders. They might walk away with 5.
That's a big if. Not going to be throwing resources to yard this time.
I don't know if they're going to rotate down the vent again either, right? If you're aware that you guys get mincemeated by that MAC-10 previously, you might want to avoid that point of rotation. This time it's a Deagle for deaths and a Galil for SunPayus. That MAC-10 out again.
It's that glass cannon MAC-10, our favorite.
The Mopos special.
It is the Mopos special.
If they do a top exec again here, right, they might follow through this time. Because last time they did it and went ramp. This time they could follow through and try and put pressure on towards the A site. Spinks is here.
Yeah, that Molotov's not going to do much. Madden exchanges it with a smoke, but here comes a commit. Bodies are converging onto the site. Spinks so blind, but still sticking around on the vent. Need him now. He could get 2. Death silenced. Madden's still on that CT vent. Backs are turned. Bodies are dropping. Dihas just hiding in the smoke, and now on the reload, SunPayus is next. Hades misses it. Not for long. And Alex is completely disconnected from the pack, finds himself in yard, but his team have left the round 12, looking imminent for a 9th for ENCE.
Oh, pick of the line as well. Snappi doesn't miss those. Big shot from him. 14 kills for Snappi, leading the server right here. The in-game leader showing up in a massive way. Running away with his half now are ENCE, and it will have to be an eco or a half-buy scenario coming out of the Riders. They're actually going to start investing lightly again. Tech-9s, MAC-10s, some util. See if they can have that pace to manufacture themselves a way on into this round. But finally, that spree of back and forth has been broken. Same util being dropped. Mopos smoking in front of Squeaky. Going ramp. Snappi, you got another chance at this.
His favorite. They're running straight into his spray. There's more to come. Snappi just ending the round. Right here and now, 4 kills on the spray, and the round again is over in the first 10 seconds. Mopos wants to change the dialogue, but that is all Snappi, and it continues to be. He'll take it, the full ace, as he shuts down Movistar Riders and takes a leap towards the semi-finals.
Yeah, this is the thing, when Snappi decides he wants to have a game like this, you got to try and bully him, try and punish the in-game leader over towards ramp. Look at that, you got stopped. No way through that smoke, absolutely denied, and the old boy with a smile on his face, the coach of Movistar Riders Blade, has called the second timeout. And some players maybe don't know how to manage their money. Mopos is going to have to go into a Galil here, and I felt like some of the issues for them on Vertigo was not having the full buys, not having the AKs out every single time. If you have to keep going into a Galil and you get the dink and die, that's the difference between a kill and a round, potentially. So 2 Galils. Tavi should be able to get into an AK to join SunPayus and Deaths here. So they've got the invest coming on through, but this is bleak now for the Riders. The last 2 maps of play, it's just been one-way traffic. ENCE have erected that CT side of wall and showing the individuals are on form.
He just can't get through him. You know, Snappi now has 19 frags, 5 kills added to his tally of the last round. Movistar Riders back to the drawing board.
Deep nade here.
Silo to punish, but just an info for Hades.
Yeah, that one did sail and chip down Alex to 79 points of health. They have been doing these late smoke walls. So by Dihar playing forward like this, and they're going back to do it again, he should be able to rumble this early. If he gets 2 kills from an unlikely position... Oh, he's pushing again.
Hades got the flash.
With the flash again. Pushes the dry peak. Look at this, nade in your hand.
Oh my god, Davig has to cancel. He is caught by SunPayus, an important frag, but they are low and they're coming into Hades' warehouse domain. SunPayus on towards main roof.
Noisy, he'll hear all of this.
3 down secret as he counts the steps. Lobby. Oh, it's still held. Death's an important frag.
We got 2 lower right now.
And Hades has been shut down. Madden, nearly 3. But Snappi, the hero of the former.
Bomb's here, the bomb's here, Snappi. He doesn't know, he's lost them. He's going to run into this.
No idea at all. Knife out, SunPayus is ready, and that will be 4. So some peculiar rounds in this first half. That one really did just kind of slip away from ENCE. You saw the frags coming through. I think Deaths may have actually really done a whole lot there with what seemed like a rather par for the course frag, but shutting down Spinx's lobby take causes the dominoes to fall. This was Madden.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, he deals with those so quickly. You can see the assist there from Dio is going to be feeling a little bit hard done by that he didn't get a kill out of that. Snappi wasn't aware that the bomb was on the ground, because if he was, he might have played that one a little bit differently, but that's 4. 5 would feel real good here.
It really would, wouldn't it? See how far they can get into this before frags start being found.
It's a yard fake right now. They're just immediately heading back towards A to set something up here. SunPayus again in this roof position. Davi lining up the smoke to land front squeaky door again. Mopoz is going to try and slink on down, I do believe.
Okay, let's see if this El Toro nickname can be fitting for this last round. Spinx loves to jump on into the fight. Keeps Mopoz guessing as he tries to track where those bullets are going to come from. He's coming through. Right past him. Spinx in the smoke, somehow not dead. How is he alive? There's more. One from the rafters. Snappi farms up his 20th and there's no rebuttal. They'll play for the retake. Battered, bruised. Lobby the responsibility of SunPayus. Hades crawling in. Davi does stop Snappi, but not before he pastes a second frag. Last round and a man advantage for this retake. A couple of flashbangs. That's the smoke. Gap, perhaps. Yes, Alex has one. SunPayus can play passive. Heaven a threat. Last few flashes in. Big one from Davi. And they focus their attention now on main. The smoke should enable Alex as well to finish off Spinx, and he has. Just Hades and no time for this 1v3. A sigh of relief for Movi as they do post a 5th. A 10-5 half. ENCE probably satisfied. Movi relieved. They do manage to close the gap a little. 2 rounds back-to-back at the tail end of our first half of our 3rd map. We need to conclude Nuke. We need to lock in a team for the semi-finals, and it all happens after this break.
Yeah,
one under heaven. He might go up heaven.
I'm radio.
Get up heaven, get up heaven.
One main, one heaven.
Heaven, 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 heaven.
Heaven and main.
Heaven and main. Pushing heaven now.
Out heaven 1.
Side 1.
We're still looking to find answers as to who will take this series. The best of 3 goes all the way. ENCE and Movistar Riders. It's been an up and down journey, an adventure, I'm sure. But for Movistar Riders, this has to be a competitive pistol. We've seen the power of the pistol on Vertigo. We saw the power of the pistol on Mirage. Snappi made it clear it's hard to win when you don't win one pistol. That was his words. Let's see if it does bite Movistar Riders. They lost the first, Chad, and they're heading into the second right now.
Yeah, if they can pick this one up, you see how quickly a 10-5 half could shrink.
Big round, though. Let's see. Lots of util. Snappy's getting geeky with it.
Yeah, they have a smoke. HE, 3 flashes and a molly to make this one work, and not a fast-paced maneuver. The 1x bet odds are favoring ENCE here. Heart molly being lined on up. Deployed, and Davi to be tested on ramp.
Davi he hears them.
Instantly dropped.
Immediately gives them the space.
Coming fast.
Charging in. Bit of a repeat of the previous pistol. Can they handle it in the same way? Not as much bloodshed initially. Doors are open. Bomb is down. Moppers has the smoke kit. Protect the VIP and knock the head off of Diha. Big scalp to take, more required. Madden in the close corner. Has Spinx for the backstab. Doors are closed, isolating the duel, and they're stubborn with it. 3 on 3. Moppos did go down. The kit is on the floor. And more bodies to come soon. Madden finds the head of deaths. Needed to see a trade out of Alex, and they have no bullets, but he hasn't got the frag. Finish the job, he gets time for the fresh clip. Oh no, falling apart at the seams for the Movistar Riders and not clearing their corners. Snappi happy to post a 22nd.
I like that you point that out there, that Moppers has gone down with the kit. That was as he was trying to rotate. Hades actually picked that one up. So the smoke and the kit dropped on the upper side. There was no way for them to go back and get that. They just didn't have that chance to do it. And they stall them out here perfectly. They don't overrun the issue here, and they get control of their stairwell. It's a key piece of real estate to have, and they don't push too far forward, especially after that D-Hard death. So massive, both pistols for ENCE now as they look to close this one out in style. A buyback in from Riders could be their demise. They forced a scout for SunPayus, 3 Deagles, an MP9, and Alex getting tricky with it. Across towards Secret he goes. D-Hard is an absolute menace towards this yard position.
There is a gift in the form of info. Alex will eventually be able to announce that there is no one down Secret for off the back of these smokes. But it's a question of how the other pieces move and maneuver. With that in mind, Alex burnt out.
It's not spreading.
This is fine.
He's very fortunate to be alive.
That molly was designed for him.
That info now goes even further in the direction of Riders. Not only do they know nobody's down, they know that that Molotov, it gives them more information that a player thinks it is clear, right? So this is fantastic work.
They have to build upon it. Mopos already scathed. Needs to find cover. Util's been dropped. Bodies are encroaching on the site. Tries to draw fire. Good shots. Real good shot out of Dest. Cannot build upon it. They are into the site now. Not the retake package you'd like. MP9, Mag-10, a tagged up scout player. They're planting for him. Nice flash. This needs to be a frag. Davy does not deliver. And now, again, the bomb can go down, but a whole lot less threatening without the flash and the push.
I want to be a save here. SunPayus already backing off. Alex the same, and that was so close. The back and forth nature of that one right there. Snappi saves him. He's having a game. He's having one of those Snappi classics. 24 kills now.
Wow. I mean, you know, with Snappi, it is where he is one of those leaders where it's all or nothing. You know, he'll definitely be middle of the pack sometimes, but he started this game with a bit of a screamer and ends this series with a 24-8 haul.
Even think about Vertigo. Just he was standing and aim mapping them. He was just taking fights.
I checked his ADR for just the CT side. 130 ADR on that CT side. That's a kill and a half.
It was a menace, and I think in probably 50% of the rounds, he had an MP9.
Yeah.
So just a force here within this quarterfinal. And the semi-final that they'll be setting themselves up for will be the winner of tonight's game, Liquid versus NIP, your 7 p.m. fixture for ESL Pro League Season 15. But a great one there, and that Snappi kill that bailed them out. That was the kill of the round, and we might get this again. Here he is, the jumping Mag-10. Yeah, using its mobility, and here comes the flash. Snappi's blind, and he's jumping around and gets his vision back in time. Okay. Beautiful stuff from Snappi there, as the Riders did save a scout at least, a Deagle as well, and Alex was able to pick up a Mag-10, so it's something to work with here.
Certainly not nothing, but how far will something get you?
D-Hard's already across.
Down he goes.
Alex is accounting for him again here. He's rotated lower. He's got a buddy in the form of Davy G, and Spinks has already taken down Mopos, so any excitement you might be having for this one quickly being drained from the bank balance and deaths. Oh, another opportunity goes awry.
Just falling into place for ENCE, isn't it? Just as Alex arrives to clear it out, he goes straight through, perhaps to exploit, but they're watching you, and Madden's posted it. ENCE just going through the motions now.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. This is going to be very, very rough. The fact that they've been able to get the pistol with the conversions, silver platter for ENCE right now. This is their map to lose. Davy G and SunPayus just trying to see if they can get anything on the way out the door. Davy in the vent, going to reposition now to look up Secret. And SunPayus is actually holding on to the scout over towards CT spawn. So curious that he's holding on to this. You can see right now, if you look at the bottom right-hand side of your screen, he has 3550. With the loss bonus, he should be able to afford an AWP, no dramas. It's 2,900 into his bank balance in the next. And there goes Davy G. Hades will execute. They retain 4 rifles, an AK, and 3 Galils, as well as the Mag-10 in the hands of D-Hard here. So everybody staying alive builds a buffer for ENCE. If they want to go for a classic bonus round here, this is the potential knockout blow. SunPayus has opted to stay onto this scout. So if they do lose this round, he will have an AWP in the next round to play. That would be one of their only ways back in from a 14-5 scoreline.
You're really gonna cross all your fingers and toes if you are a Movistar Rider fan or stan. Their margin for error has been ripped out of the server. Smokes are out from ENCE. D-Hard continues his adventures. No support on Silo. Alex safe to spray.
It's a fake again here, and it looks like ENCE are the one setting up for a top pop. Utility being lined up on the roof here. More smokes being deployed to hold them at bay towards Squeaky Door. Snappi lining up the smoke for main, so this looking very likely to be a set piece towards top here. Minute 15 on the clock. What's the go?
Use that bonus. Use those Khalils and Mac-10s. Here they come. Util sailing through the sky. Mopos with a reactive smoke. Needs to survive. Diha, one. Mopos using that smoke very effectively. Only the one, though. They keep a lid on it. Scouting the feed. That's big from Pius. He's gone now, too. Swinging through. Alex does nothing with it. And 14 secure on the bonus push. So much cash now as well for ENCE. Movistar Riders quite the opposite.
It's not like they were lacking bodies on the side to defend against that either, right? They had plenty of players there. They weren't out positioned. Normally you'd see them get locked out and expect a save here, but just trying to manufacture a gap on through. It was Mopos around that smoke, not enough. And the ENCE fans are going to be happy with this. So close to closing this one out now. The Riders can buy back in. SunPayus, as prophesized, has gone for that AWP. The big red button has been hit. Can he find more traction with that than he did the scout?
Yeah, and some great stats on the AWP in groups. Seems the water's a little hotter here in the playoffs.
Ramp punish, just going to Davi's domain. He is very fall heavy, is Davi, but right now committed. He has to stand and fight, no way out.
This has to be frags. Uncleared, perfect. Snappi does go down, looking to build a second and able to do so. SunPayus is not allowed to retreat. The flames finish him. Madden slowed him in the Molotov with a tag, a big frag from Hades. Death looking the wrong way. How does it go down like this? And they know where he is. Mopos has the bomb, has some util, and has to think this one through. They know where he is, or at least a good idea as to where he may have disappeared to.
This is a quick pivot.
And for around the world, they are planting for single. He has sprays, he knows they're both there. Oh. 15 secure, 10 series points for the semi-finals. ENCE have got this one on lock.
They just read Mopos like a book. They were very prepared for that little maneuver right there, trying to go around the world. We know Mopos is a tricky type of player, right? Loves the misdirection, loves to play those cheeky games. With a great one there from Diha to deny any of rotations and closes things down, even bullets into the corpse for good measure. And the yells continue from Madden as they can smell it. The semi-final waits.
Turning this Spanish side of the stage into somewhat of a library. Loud and indeed proud. ENCE got 10 opportunities and they want to finish it right here, right now. Alex up against Diha, lands a dink and thinks better of a commitment.
They're going ramp again.
AVG, all to play for here. Things will clear him. Oh, and it's as easy as that. Doesn't even pull the trigger.
Straight towards B as well. So much utility. Smoke the doors. Molly, get it all in. This round should be done.
Last legs then for Movistar Riders. Undefeated in qualification, but here in the quarters, they need someone to step up. Mopos, no armor, sprayed down. Just SunPayus and Deaths and ENCE. They got this one on lock. 26 frags at the top of the scoreboard. Leading by example is Snappi, and it's done. 21 rounds is all it takes. ENCE sail to the semi-final, and they'll be playing the winner of NIP Liquid. Who doesn't love a little bit of NIP Liquid in their life? That's coming up next. And that's where Movistar Riders' journey ends.